It's Ernie Live, and we're coming to you from Miller Outdoor Theater, where we are very excited. Theater Under the Stars is here right now doing a great, fun family show, All Shook Up. But what I'm really most excited about is in the company of this show, you know her from America's Got Talent, the one, the only, Christina Wells. Hello, honey.
Hi, Ernie. How are you?
I'm good. They told me I only have one microphone, so I got to share today back and forth between us. But, oh, my God, what a revelation. The show officially opens tonight.
Yes.
And if I have this right, this is your first professional theater show.
Yes, I did a show with Stages about 2 years ago, Honky Tonk Angels Holiday Spectacular. But this is my first touch show. This is my first chance to sing at Miller. So, yes, huge, huge, huge moment for me. I'm so excited.
So in the last, few months, your life has changed catastrophically.
Just a smidge, Yes, I decided in this past year that the singing thing, it's got to, let's do it. It's time to do it. This is the time of my life. My kids are getting bigger. I'm ready. And so I've really tried to just, attack it with all of me. And it seems to be working out.
It does seem to be working so far. So good. If you have questions for Christina, about the show, whatever you'd like to ask, do that right now. You can just do it right below on our Facebook Live. We have Shannon back here behind the camera. There's her hand. She's saying hello. She pops in with your questions. So if you have them, she'll be your voice out there. So questions, comments, let us know what you're thinking. If you want to tell somebody, I've got a finger up. What's going on?
Cindy Jones says, looking good, Ernie.
Cindy Jones thinks you're looking good.
She thinks you're looking good.
Which one? Cindy, please clarify. We're going to have a fight here one way or the other. Okay, so you talk about the singing and how much has changed in your life for that. But the acting bug, how long has that been around?
I don't really think of myself as an actor. I always say that I just talk until I get to sing again.
But you do talk in this show.
I do act in this show. I'm going to sit up straight. I do act in this show. I guess I just think of it as, I don't know, I've always pretended. You know what I'm saying? I'm just dramatic, and I like to be all the things, and so I don't really think of myself as an actor. I think of myself as a singer who will talk between songs. Yeah, let's just go with that.
Okay, for people that hear All Shook Up, they want to know, what is this show about?
Oh, let me tell you about this show. This show is so fantastic. Okay, so basically the show is, for those of you who are familiar, it's Twelfth Night, right? It's the show at Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, set to Elvis music. So it's he loves her, but she loves him, and he loves that other girl. So it's one of those type of stories, and it's set to nothing but Elvis songs. And if you want to laugh, cry, right, giggle, it's going to make you feel good inside. You leave the theater like, oh yes, you got music in your body, you're dancing and having a good time. That's what this show is. It is fantastic.
Okay, so how did you come to be in this show?
So last year I actually auditioned for Memphis at Tuts, and they had an open call, and as you know, I'm not a professional performer. I'm a nurse by trade, and I like to sing. And
Hold on, stop for a second. People miss that. A nurse by, you are still a nurse today.
Oh yeah, I go to work tomorrow morning. I'm a registered nurse, and I work full time. Yes, I have 2 kids to pay. I got children to take care of. So I'm a nurse, and then I like to sing on the side. And so I went and I auditioned for Memphis. And when I was auditioning for Memphis, Dan, who is the artistic director, he was in that audition, and he said, she would be really good as a Sylvia for All Shook Up. And I had not heard of the show. So fast forward, and then it was auditions for this show, and I actually couldn't make it for reasons I can't discuss. And so they reached out to me later, and they asked if I would come in, and I would sing and read for the part of Sylvia. Mitchell Greco, who's the director of the show, and John Cornelius, who's the musical director. Fantastic, fantastic people. And I went in, and I sang, and they liked it, and so here I am.
Okay, you say things you can't discuss. At some point along the way, we know you ended up on America's Got Talent.
I am a contestant on America's Got Talent.
So where did that happen in the course of all of this?
Well, they kind of overlap because America's Got Talent has been occurring, across this year. And so when I got this opportunity, of course I was like, oh my goodness, the same summer that I'm going to be a contestant on a TV show, I'm going to get the chance to be at Tuts at Miller. Oh my goodness, thank you. I don't know. What did I do to get to this point? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just so grateful. It's just been amazing.
So what do you do next year to top this year?
I don't know what I do.
2020, run for president, maybe?
I don't know, but 2018 already is shaping up to be like primo. My youngest son says 2017 was a little difficult. He's always like, well, Mama, it had to be really hard so you could really appreciate 2018.
Oh, good. What made 2017 so hard?
I just had a lot of struggles. I've had a lot of issues with my health. I've had some neurological problems that I've talked about online. It's kind of not real sure exactly what it is, but they've talked about the fact that I might have MS. And so I've had some issues with my leg that I didn't know if I was going to be able to sing, if I was going to be able to walk, much less dance on a stage. So this is just, it's obviously it's a professional victory as a singer, but it's a personal victory as a person just to be able to stand up here and do this.
That's wonderful. You're a great inspiration for so many reasons.
Thank you.
But anyway, we got questions out there.
Oh, hey,
what do we have?
Brandon wants to know, how does it feel to work with young actors in the show?
Brandon wants to know what it's like to work with young actors in the show.
Okay, so let's talk about these young actors.
In the show.
In the show. There are two ensembles in the show. There's an adult ensemble, which is a young ensemble. I mean, they're adults, but they're young. And then there's an actual teen ensemble. I call them the musical theater army because there are 10 youth and then 10 adults. These people show up. I tell them they make the principals look lazy. They dance, flip. They move all the props. They're amazing. And they dance and sing at full volume. I'm barely walking and singing. Let's just recognize that real quick. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. They're from the Humphrey School, and they're just so excited to be here. They're so talented. They're amazing.
So with all of that going on, do you ever feel like, oh my God, why am I out here with these folks?
For
And
sure.
how do you get past them?
For sure. I've had my insecurity moments. In that rehearsal hall, everyone shows up and they're just so ready. Do you know what I mean? And for me, things have to cook for a little bit. And I have to be like, oh, okay, I talk here. And this is what I'm supposed to say. And I don't have that kind of like acting chops. So I just kind of fake it as I figure it out. And Mitchell's very kind. He's been very, very kind to me. Lots of direction, helping me figure out how to be funny, how to make, each moment work. But yeah, they just come ready to go. No, I'm serious. They're so good. And the principals, oh my gosh, the principals in the show.
I have a question about one of the principals, but before I get to that, we have another question. Shannon?
Is it different to perform at Miller than in an actual theater?
Oh, yeah. How is it performing at an open air? Shannon, if you spin around, just show people who aren't familiar with what is Miller Outdoor Theater. It is an outdoor theater here. Seats about, I think they said total, 6,000, is it?
205. How about that?
6,205.
There you go.
So what is it like performing in this kind of a venue as opposed to either a club, in a theater, in a studio?
Well, I think for me, I thrive on the human experience. I feel that for me as a singer, I was put on this earth and as a nurse just to make people feel better, and to get this kind of reach with my voice it's a dream. Because last night, standing on the stage and getting to sing out and hear it echo across the hill, and to feel all the emotions coming back at you,
Mm-hmm.
because people are with you. Like, that's something I tell people all the time. Audiences want you to succeed. They want to see you do well. That's what they're there for. So whenever that's happening and you're in your place and it's just going the right way, it feels like magic.
But I think that's the key in there, too. It's going the right way. If you come out and you show them you're working for them, they're there for you. If you come out and don't respect them and don't show it, they'll turn on you in an instant.
Oh, yes. You have to work for your audience. Yes. Mama's here to work. Mama got a good girdle on. She's here to work.
Okay, we did mention... Oh, Shannon? Yes?
Talk about your character.
Talk about your... How much is Sylvia like you?
Sylvia's a lot like me. Sylvia is a no-nonsense owner of the Honky Tonk here in Anywhere, USA, 1955. She is African-American woman, obviously, and she doesn't put up with any lip from anybody. And she also loves to just get that quip in real quick. She'll be like, let me tell you what I think. But she sings from her soul, and she's not afraid to sing every note that she feels in that moment, which I love because I love getting that opportunity. She's just a fantastic character.
Jump in. What songs are you singing in the show?
So I have two solos. There's an ensemble number, but where my voice is featured. One of them is That's All Right, which is kind of a song between me and my daughter Lorraine, where I'm telling her she ain't going to do what she thinks she going to do. And then I have another song called There's Always Me, which is a beautiful, beautiful love song saying, if you are ever looking for someone to love, like, there's always me. It's a beautiful song. And I get to sing on a bunch of other stuff, too, because, the theater.
Okay, we did mention that this is not a one-woman show.
No,
There's a full cast with you.
There's a whole cast of people.
And there happens to be a co-star in the show that's getting a lot of attention.
He's the lead. He's the lead. I'm like 14 down from him. He's talking about Tim Rogan. I'm even going to pretend like I don't know who he's talking about. Tim is a tasty treat. Let's just be straight up and honest. I want to say this, though. When Tim showed up to rehearsal, everyone was like, oh, because the man is fine. But he's kind. He's intelligent. He is caring. He's respectful. He's a gentleman. And I love talented people, but I love kind, talented people even more. And he's one of those. So, yes, come if you want to see a beautiful man dance and sing and move his pelvis around. And, honey, he moves it. Come down and see the show.
I do want to say the thing about the kind and the sweet, I find that those who truly have the skill, who truly have the talent, they can afford to be generous and kind.
Yes.
And it's those who kind of feel like they're a sham. They're the ones, when you hear the stories of the ugly people backstage, it's because they really don't have what they need.
Definitely based on insecurities.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's a pleasure to have you here. We are on the stage, and the show is going to start in just a few minutes. So do we have a couple more seconds for a few more questions out there? Okay, we got a few more seconds. So if you've got questions for Christina or you want to just say hi or whatever, do it right now on the Facebook Live. What show, if you could be in any musical,
Dream
would you...
Girls.
Which one?
Dream Girls.
And who would you play?
Effie.
Have you sung I'm Not Going?
Not for an audience.
Really? Why?
Never. Because it's a special song, and I want to reserve it for the opportunity when I can sing it on a stage and be in the show. I've thought that my whole life.
Yeah. Well, and I have a similar feeling about that song. It's like
It's
when
not-
it's done,
yeah.
just to be done, I'm like tired of it. But
No.
when it's in the moment,
Yeah.
it's so right.
Well, because when I sing it at home, I'm exhausted when I'm done, and that's at my house. I can't imagine me on a stage singing it. So the day I sing, and I am telling you, I'm not going, it's going to be because there's an entire cast of Dreamgirls around me.
Or maybe a bunch of America's Got Talent judges. Maybe. What? I'm not saying that. It's just, I mean.
That was good. You're good.
I snuck that one in there. All right, I'm getting the little wavy fingers from Shannon. I mean, she's got a question. Is the
audition different from a regular? Oh, America's Got Talent audition different from a regular audition.
Yes.
You've done theater audition and you've done the TV show audition.
Yeah, very different. A theater audition is much more intimate and a much smaller audition. Whenever you go into a theater audition, you're going to be prepared, number one, to sing with a live piano player. There's never any tracks. Number two, you're going to be singing for the director. You're going to be singing for the musical director. You're going to be singing for the people who are right there, technically the producers of the musical theater program. Whenever you sing for a TV show, you're singing for an audience, you're singing with a track, and you're singing for, yes, producers, but also celebrity judges. So it's a much different fact. It's more of a performance versus a musical theater audition is truly more of an audition.
I am the world's worst auditioner. I can't get out of my head to do an audition. I've had a prime opportunity for a wonderful job, and I went there and I bombed the audition because I was so nervous about it. And I hear people say, well, just don't be nervous. It's like,
it's not that
how does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Anxiety and nerves. I like a little anxiety and nerves. I think it's like salt. You need to add a little for taste. It keeps you propelled forward. But for sure, I won't lie. I kind of like to audition because I'm so hungry for opportunity. So when I'm at work as a nurse every day and I'm like, I want to sing, I want to sing, I want to sing. Then when I get to, I'm like, here she goes. So
If
yeah.
you could say something right now, because once again, telling me we're out of time. They keep wanting us to. Oh, but Shannon's got a question. That'll stall us longer.
Oh, okay.
What do you do before a performance to get ready?
She talks to me on Facebook Live, and that's what she's doing right now. What do you do? What's your ritual? Or don't you have one yet because you're so new?
Well, anytime I sing, I warm up while I put my makeup on, and I take a while to put my makeup on. So I take like an hour to an hour and a half, and I really just take my time. And I imagine all the nerves and anxiety draining out of me into the floor as I'm putting my makeup on. And it's kind of, I guess, like putting on that proverbial mask and preparing myself. So, yeah, a lot of warming up, though. I would try to warm up my voice as much as possible.
Yeah, that's something very similar to what RuPaul said to me once.
Oh, really?
That it takes him at least it used to. Now he probably is in and out of it.
Yeah.
But he would take a couple hours,
Yes.
and he would shave and take his
Yes.
time and take a bath and just let that moment,
Yes.
let the character come on him. So is there a character when you go just on stage to sing anywhere?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Her name is Miss Christina the Diva. And she's a true, I am a very friendly, kind of a laid back woman, you know? I mean, I can have my high maintenance moments, but for me, I always say I'm not the one singing, she is. Because she gets out there and she's just like, she's almost like a tiger. She just takes over and I'm like, go on, girl, do what you do. Because afterwards I'm like, oh.
Well, Miss Christina the Diva has got to get ready because you've got a show coming up 8:15 here at Miller Outdoor Theater. The show's going to run through Sunday,
Yes.
if I got that right.
Yes.
And if you want to come see it, guess what? You know how much tickets are? Free. Miller Outdoor Theater. You can find out all about it from Tuts on their website, tuts.org, I guess is just it.
Or
It's an
Miller
easy one.
Theater.
Or Miller Theater. They also have it 'cause it's happening here at Miller. Remember, if you want to get the tickets, you can come in the afternoon day of show. I think it's 10:30 in the morning till 1 o'clock until they're out of tickets. Otherwise, come, enjoy it. You can sit out on the lawn. We look forward to having you there. We're thrilled that you're in the show. It's a lot of fun. And good luck on everything this year.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. And remember, like us down below, and we'll see you next time on Ernie Live. Bye-bye.